This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Friday, December 15th, 2023. I'm Alex Brown. Indiana's oldest candy company has eyes on growing its footprint, but its chief operating officer says there are no plans to leave the Hoosier State. Jason Noel says Abbott's Candy's home in the Wayne County town of Hagerstown is where their roots are planted.
My brother and I have talked about growing. That's what we want to do, is grow the business, but stay where we're centrally located. Because people know where we are, people know who we are. There's no reason for us to ever think about doing any of that. People come here to Hagerstown to see us because they know they got a box of caramels from their grandmother when they were growing up, and they want to come see where it's made. And we get a lot of people like that. Or they see our billboards on 70, and they stop in off of the interstate. So. We like to keep it where it is, and our roots are deep here in Hagerstown and in Indiana, so there's no reason to even think about that.
Noel said business continues to be good for the more than 130-year-old company, which produces about 16,000 pounds of caramel every year. Officials from the Indiana Economic Development Corporation will appear before a committee of state lawmakers and the state budget director Tuesday to ask for approval to spend $180 million to lure a pair of multi-billion-dollar advanced manufacturing projects to Indiana. The unnamed companies plan to invest a total of $7.2 billion to build new facilities and create more than 3,000 jobs. No other details were available. Oakland City University has named Kathy Robb its next provost and vice president of academic affairs. Robb first joined the Southwest Indiana University in 2013, most recently serving as dean and professor in the School of Business. She began her career in education in 1993 and has taught nearly 20 classes in the business school. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Whether it's a new hire or a noteworthy promotion, IIB's Bigwigs and New Gigs serves as a platform to promote your team. Our revamped offering includes being featured on both the newly redesigned newsletter and at InsideIndianaBusiness.com. Subscribers to the Business News subscription save $10 off every listing, plus you can save $100 by bundling your submission to IIB with the Indianapolis Business Journal or the Indiana Lawyer. More at InsideIndianaBusiness.com.
A former employee of the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Fort Wayne, where a worker died earlier this year, says the man's death could have been prevented. Joshua Tenglitz told our partners at WPTA-TV that lax safety protocols contributed to the death of 20-year-old Case Grusbeck. Grusbeck was killed after his head was caught in a conveyor belt above him. Amazon spokesperson Maureen Lynch-Vogel told WPTA Grusbeck hit the conveyor belt while driving a lift in order to fix a jam on the conveyor.
He never should have been underneath that conveyor. On a one-man lift, when the conveyor is as low as it is and you have to duck to get under it, that's a no-no, period. We're supposed to have the backing, so when we go to a manager to talk to them, our leads in safety and our higher-up managers, they're supposed to back us and enforce these rules with us. And instead, they just brushed us away like we're just anybody else.
The Indiana Department of Labor fined Amazon $7,000 last month, which the online retail giant is contesting. Forbes is out with its annual list of America's most successful small-cap companies, and 3 Indiana businesses are included. The list of the top 100 companies with a market value between $300 million and $2 billion was determined based on earnings growth, sales growth, return on equity, and total stock return. Jasper-based Kimball Electronics is the highest-ranked Indiana company at number 13, followed by Lafayette-based Wabash at number 29 and Haynes International in Kokomo at number 72. Vincennes University President Chuck Johnson is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.